हीरा हम इसको बुढ़े होने तक हीरा बोलेंगे। हमने लाइव कर दिया, मेरा वाला देखो, यूसुफ जैक्स लाइव पर। बस देखो साउंड आ रहा है कि नहीं। हमने लाइव कर दिया, मेरा वाला देखो, यूसुफ जैक्स लाइव पर। बस देखो साउंड आ रहा है कि नहीं।
Every single store has an air conditioned AC inside it. There are phone where we are showcasing our displaying all the phones which are launched in India. We have a TV wall where we are showcasing TVs, and we also have an ecosystem cabinet where you can go and buy ecosystem products and accessories. Now we created a new record when on 29th of October last month we launched 500 these rural stores simultaneously and the same day, same time. These 500 stores are across 14 states, 200 districts and 470 villages. And by opening 500 stores simultaneously, we broke a new world record. So yes, we now have a second Guinness World Record. Thank you. For opening most number of stores simultaneously across the world. You guys will remember we had got the first Guinness record about 2 months ago, which is on my right, your left hand side, which is for creating the world's largest lid. We created a Xiaomi logo, a Mi logo, and this was 10,000 bulbs because we wanted to celebrate the 10 million smartphones that we sold in Q2. Now this is the second world record, a Guinness World Record that we have, and we really want to thank all of you guys for your continuous support in making this happen. So we also want to encourage all our Mi fans, guys sitting over here, and all our Mi fans who are watching us live. If you want to become an entrepreneur, we would encourage you, we would support you. You can go to mi.com, go to this particular URL, and you can fill up all the details about your village, your town, where you want to open a Mi store, and we would support you. It's okay if you don't have money. It's okay if you do not have any prior retail experience of smartphones. In fact, it's okay if you do not have any business background, but you just need to be passionate. And if you're passionate about Xiaomi, we will help you, we will support you, we will help you open a Mi store in your respective town and village. In fact, in just about one day, so we announced it about the day before yesterday, until yesterday we had got applications on mi.com. And we really hope by next year, we can open 5,000 more Mi stores and can generate employment for about 15,000 people only through these Mi stores. Last month, which was the month of October, we had a great Diwali with Mi sales across all our partner platforms, Flipkart and Amazon, on mi.com, on our offline stores. And in just 1 month, which is from 9th of October till about 8th of November, we had sold 8.5 million units, a really big number. And out of which 6 million were smartphones, 4 lakh were TVs, and about 2.1 million ecosystem products and accessories. 6 million smartphones sold in one single month. Now this is a number that except for us, there's only one more brand which manages to sell 6 million smartphones in the entire quarter. And we managed to sell 6 million smartphones in just one single month. We were of course the #1 brand across both our partner platforms, Flipkart and Amazon. If you go to Amazon, and if you would have checked during the sale period, out of the top 10 selling phones, each one of them, 10 out of 10 were Xiaomi devices, all of them. And if you went to Flipkart, the best selling phone was Redmi Note 5 Pro. Redmi Note 5 Pro, the camera beast, which is also, by the way, the #1 selling dual camera smartphone in the country. If you go to Flipkart and check, you will find about 1 million people, more than 800,000 people. Sorry. About more than 800,000 people have reviewed this product, have rated this product. And the average rating of this product, Redmi Note 5 Pro, is more than 4.5. Really incredible. A lot of you guys have said great things, like Android Central said, Redmi Note 5 Pro beats all other phones in this category. Gadget Now said, Redmi Note 5 Pro does stand up to the camera beast tag that it comes with. Now, we've had great reviews regarding Redmi Note 5 Pro camera. In fact, this was a National Geographic photography challenge, and this award-winning picture was shot by a Me fan, Biswajit, from Kolkata, and he shot this on Redmi Note 5 Pro. So we can confidently say Redmi Note 5 Pro is the king of dual camera smartphones, and today we are going to make it even better with Redmi Note 6 Pro. And to talk more about this, I'll call on stage Sir Anuj Sharma, Head of Marketing for Xiaomi India.
Thank you, Manu. Am I audible? A very good afternoon to all of you. A special warm welcome to all our incredible fans. Our media friends, great that you could join us, and people watching us live through all our social channels. I am Anuj, and I lead marketing at Xiaomi India. Now let's get to why we are all here. The Redmi Note 6 Pro. Now, Note series has always stood for one key thing. It has been the best all-round device available in the market across all price segments in the country. And this has happened for years. In fact, I was talking to a couple of fans out there, and I found people still using the Redmi Note 3. It's just such an incredible device, and that legacy has carried forward in each generation. Incredible all-rounder. Manu also spoke about the fact that the Redmi Note 5 Pro was the best-selling dual camera device in the country. We have taken things even further with the Redmi Note 6 Pro. As you can see, we've given it an incredible tagline, a quad camera all-rounder. It is a Note, it is an all-rounder, and now it comes with 4 cameras. But not just that, a whole lot more. Let's talk about the cameras. Now, in Xiaomi, we have focused a lot on cameras, and we've come a long way. With the Redmi Note 6 Pro, we are bringing in our first quad camera setup to the country. And with the Note 6 Pro, it also takes things a lot further. It's not just a quad camera for the name of it, but it changes things significantly. Let's look at the primary camera and how we've changed this. Now, the primary camera actually is comprising of a 12 megapixel high performance sensor. Now this captures all your key images. Along with that, there is a 5 megapixel depth sensor. Why did I say high performance sensor? Because when you take pictures like this one, you get incredible details. Now this picture was not clicked by a professional, but our team, and this is clicked in Bali. What you can see, incredibly detailed picture here. The overall colors in the ocean are captured really well. Even the color of the water as it gets close to the land changes, and that has also been retained. Right? But not just that, if you look at the foreground, now this is really good contrast here, and the leaves are also in focus, detailed. What's also really hard for cameras in this segment to capture is the shadow and how accurately that's depicted. Let's look at another interesting image. Now this was captured by Lucy. She's part of a global team, and this was shot around the Horseshoe Bend in Arizona. What you can see is the overall shadow of the cliffs falling on the Colorado River, the colors that change, and how accurately that shadow has been actually captured on the river. Not just that, when you come to the foreground, the overall detailing of the cliffs, including all the layering, and obviously these layers have formed over millions of years, so incredibly important to kind of capture this detail coming in. But what I would want you to do is look at right at the top. Now this is something that most cameras will struggle with. When you've got such harsh lighting coming in, you've got so much detail in the foreground that most cameras will miss out on the detailing on the sky. And what not only do you have that, but all the clouds and everything else is also depicted accurately. Now obviously you've seen some great dynamic shots, but there's another segment that we've been focusing on at Xiaomi, which is to improve your overall photography experience when the light conditions are a bit more challenging. Now, there are a lot of changes that we've done to the camera. However, I'd like to take your focus to a few of them from a hardware perspective. Number one is, for the first time on the Note series, you're using a wider f1.9 aperture. Now, with this aperture, what we've also changed is the camera sensor itself. Now, the camera sensor here has a massive 1.4 micron pixel size. Now, how does it work together? How does it change your overall camera experience? With the Note 6 Pro, not only with a wider aperture, you are able to capture a lot more light. In fact, this light is a lot more compared to the best-selling dual camera in the country, which is the Redmi Note 5 Pro. But with a larger pixel, a 1.4 micron pixel size, incidentally, can obviously effectively process about 25% more light. So you get more light coming in, and your sensor can also process this light better, giving you incredible photographs in low light conditions. Let's take a look at this particular shot. Now, this is a really good shot. Of course, it has to be because it's clicked by the Note 5 Pro. You get all the detailing. None of the edges of the sign are blurred out. The entire colors are coming out accurately. Now, what happens if you've got a wider aperture and a larger pixel size, and both of them working together along with Xiaomi's camera software? You get something like this with the Note 6 Pro. Now, the same scene shot, you get a whole lot more detail. What you didn't realize with the first one is this entire sign sits on this acrylic board. You can also see the rivets at the back. You can see the wiring. It's just able to process that light so much more better. And of course, the reason we've done all of this is because our fans have really liked our cameras, and this is something that really matters when we're kind of pushing this to the next level. Let's look at a couple of other low light shots taken by the Note 6 Pro. Now, this is an amazing shot again. Now, this is a bridge late at night, flood lit, so it's really hard to capture the light properly. Of course, the parts that are lit are detailed, in focus, but what about parts which do not have a floodlight coming through? For example, if you look at this particular beam here, now not only is this beam clearly seen, you can even see the individual rivets on that beam. It's absolutely incredible in terms of the details you can get with the Note 6 Pro. Not just that, if you look down and look at the road signs are not fuzzy. They're in focus, they're sharp. In fact, you can even see the shadows of the beams coming onto the road. Now, this is something that you will not see from a camera in this segment at all. Let's take a look at another one. Now, this is another sign, really hard to capture because there's a lot of light coming in from the neon sign. But behind this, you can see the pillar. All the details of the brickwork has been preserved perfectly. Even the bar at the back can be seen. So that's the Note 6 Pro with the new wider aperture, which is f1.9, and also importantly, a 1.4 micron large pixels. You are able to get clearer and sharper low light photographs than ever before, making this one of the best cameras that you can buy across segments. One more aspect which is quite interesting when it comes to low light photography, and that's how quickly can you focus. We have not left that out. With the Note 6 Pro, you also get faster focusing. Of course, this is something that we spoke about with the Note 4 as well, and then the Note 5, is we introduced something called PDAF, or phase detection autofocus. Now, how that works is roughly about 5% of your pixels are actively finding this focus and helping you focus faster on objects. The reason you need a faster focus is because you want to eliminate those blurry photographs coming in. When you're trying to take a capture, say for example somebody is blowing out a birthday cake, right? It's a hard image to capture, and of course you just get that one moment. Imagine that if that's a blurry image. So Note 5 Pro, obviously you saw, is an incredible camera, but with the Note 6 Pro, we are taking this to a whole new level. What you get is dual pixel autofocus. That means all 100% of the pixels are helping you find this focus. The net result is a much faster focusing speed for all your photographs, especially when it comes to challenging light conditions. Let's take a look at how much difference it makes when you're looking at this focusing speed. So on your left is the Redmi Note 5 Pro, and this one is the Note 6 Pro. In all conditions, whether it's color or a little more detailed one, the Note 6 Pro focuses a lot faster than the Note 5 Pro. So essentially what we've done is we've taken the best camera available in this segment and made it a whole lot better. With faster focusing, what you can get is images like this one. Now he is doing parkour. Obviously he's off the wall. Now this shot, if you can see, he is completely in focus. You can see all the details, including his hair, but also the background is kept in focus. It's detailed. You can see all of the elements. The entire faster focusing really helps get this. So dual pixel autofocus. Now this obviously started with DSLRs and we brought it down to the segment for the first time. We also have kept electronic image stabilization. Now this is something, again, a lot of Me fans were asking us for. You guys were taking a lot of videos, and these videos, with the EIS, you're able to kind of reduce the overall jitters, the shake that comes from these videos, making them a lot more shareable across channels. Now this is some part of hardware and changes that we've got. However, we decided to take the Note cameras to a next level altogether. For the first time ever on the Redmi Note, we've got AI scene detection. Now why is this such a big deal? All of us, almost everyone, when we take a picture, we end up editing. So we would go to that picture, try and play around with the contrast, or maybe try and change the overall saturation levels. But here's the harsh reality. Only 2% actually know what they're doing. The remaining 98, me included, have no idea how to get the best possible image out. Okay? And this is where our R&D team, our camera R&D team, has worked really hard, working through thousands and thousands of images for each scene to develop a really powerful learning algorithm. And it detects different scenes and gives you the best possible image. Scenes like your everyday city or architecture, or for that matter, if you're taking a picture of even a document, how is that text a lot sharper? Sunrise or grass, how do the leaves kind of stand out a bit more? Of course, the first image that you saw of the image in Indonesia, where the leaves were really standing out, you could see some of that AI power coming to the fore. Even the people in our office in Bangalore have worked on certain India-specific scenes. For example, with the wedding season on, right, how does the Redmi Note 6 Pro camera highlight the jewelry better on the bride? Right? All of these things add up to make a really great camera. Let's look at the AI scene detection in action. Now this is an incredible shot, of course, and it's a landscape. You can see the sea, you can see these mountains going up, you can see a beautiful sky. The AI scene detection understands this, enhances the overall color of the ocean, so it's bluer, which you would normally miss out, has been dehazed. So you get a much better picture. Without AI and with AI. A lot of difference in terms of the camera images the Note 6 Pro is able to capture, and finally, what are the memories that you are carrying with you. So, a wider f1.9 aperture with a massive 1.4 micron pixel size